Hey everyone, and welcome back to MetaCast. I'm John,
And I'm Maya.
and we are so excited to be diving into the Xbox Developer Direct with you today. We're going to be breaking down all the juicy details from their January 23rd, 2025 event.
Yeah, we'll be your guides as we sift through all the announcements and pull out the exciting bits.
Think of this as your cheat sheet to everything Xbox.
Exactly.
We're using an awesome article from Level Up.
Okay.
It's called Xbox Developer Direct 2025 Recap. Yeah, so let's just jump right in.
Sounds good.
First up, we have Doom, The Dark Ages.
Ooh, exciting.
This bad boy launches May 15th, and it's a prequel to Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. But here's where things get interesting. Instead of the familiar hellish landscapes, we're getting a dark fantasy world
Oh, wow.
with a medieval setting.
So they're really switching things up.
Yeah,
It definitely seems like Ailey Software is taking a risk here, and I'm curious to see how they blend their signature fast-paced combat with this new setting. They're calling it the most ambitious Doom game yet, so expectations are high.
imagine ripping and tearing through hordes of demons, but with swords and magic.
Now that's a power fantasy.
Right.
They've mentioned three core pillars for this game: combat, exploration, and story. To me, that suggests a deeper dive into world building and lore, perhaps even a more narrative-driven experience than previous Doom titles.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued. What's next on the list?
Let's shift gears to something completely different. South of Midnight, launching April 8th. It's being developed by Compulsion Games, the team behind We Happy Few, and this time they're taking us to the American Deep South.
Ooh, I love a good Southern Gothic vibe.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about it?
You play as Hazel, a weaver who wields magic and confronts creatures straight out of Southern folklore. Think shadowy swamps, haunted plantations, and maybe even a few encounters with the mythical creatures of Gullah Geechee traditions.
The art style they've shown looks incredible, very stylized and handcrafted. Really digging that aesthetic.
Me too. And what's really fascinating is how they're weaving the protagonist's journey of self-discovery into the narrative. It seems like we'll be uncovering secrets about Hazel's past alongside the secrets of the South itself.
All right, I'm sold. Next up, we have
Clair Obscur. Expedition 33, a brand new IP from Sandfall Interactive launching on April 24th. It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantastical late 19th century France.
turn-based RPG, you say. I'm listening.
What's particularly interesting is their reactive turn-based combat system. It seems like your choices will have a ripple effect, impacting how battles unfold.
So not just selecting attacks from a menu, but making decisions that dynamically change the flow of combat. Sign me up.
Exactly, and visually it looks stunning. The art direction is almost painterly with rich textures and a color palette that reminds me of the Symbolist movement.
You had me at Panterly.
Yeah.
I love when games take artistic risks like that.
Speaking of risks, get ready for some high-octane action because next we
I
have...
feel like, yes, Ninja Gaiden.
You got it. Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming fall 2025, and it's bringing some major changes. We're getting a new protagonist named Yakumo, a futuristic Tokyo setting, and the return of the legendary Ryu Hayabusa.
Okay, hold on. A new protagonist, A&D, the return of Ryu, that's playing with my heartstrings. Is this a reboot? A sequel? A spin-off? What's the deal?
They're keeping a lot of details under wraps for now, but what we do know is that it's a collaboration with Platinum Games. So expect over-the-top action, insane combos, and a whole lot of style.
Platinum Games and Team Ninja. That's a dream team for action game fans. They even teased a new mechanic called Bloodbind Ninjutsu alongside classic moves like the Izuna drop.
It's exciting to see them pushing the boundaries of the series while staying true to its roots. And that's not all. For those who want a taste of classic Ninja Gaiden, there's a surprise in store.
Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
Remaster available now.
Talk about perfect timing. And that's how you get fans hyped for a new release. Give them a blast from the past, polished up and ready to go genius.
Absolutely. But before we get too lost in the world of ninjas, we have one more game to talk about. Remember Avowed, Obsidian's fantasy RPG that was first announced way back when?
Oh yeah, Avowed. The one with the mysterious trailer and all the speculation. What's the latest?
Well, get ready to mark your calendars because it's launching February 18th.
Whoa, that's sooner than I expected. I remember seeing that first teaser and thinking it was years away.
They've been pretty quiet about it, but it's definitely one of the most anticipated Xbox exclusives. I'm really curious to see what they've been cooking up over at Obsidian.
Same here. They've got a great track record with RPGs, so I have high hopes for this one. So we've covered a lot of ground here, from demon slaying in a medieval world to ninja action in futuristic Tokyo. What stood out to you the most from all these announcements?
For me, it's the sheer variety. We've got first-person shooters, action RPGs, turn-based strategy, and even a deep dive into Southern folklore.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the range of experiences Xbox is showcasing. It's not just about catering to one type of gamer, but offering something for everyone. What about you? Any personal favorites from the lineup?
Honestly, I'm finding it hard to choose. That Doom. The Dark Ages reveal really caught me off guard. I never imagined a Doom game in a medieval setting, but I have to admit the concept is incredibly intriguing.
I'm with you on that one. It's a bold move, and I can't wait to see how they pull it off. Part of me is a little skeptical about how they'll balance the dark fantasy elements with Doom's signature intensity. But hey, that's what makes it so exciting, right? It's a total wild card.
Totally. And on the other end of the spectrum, South of Midnight has me hooked with its focus on Southern folklore and the protagonist's personal journey. It feels like a game that's going to be rich with atmosphere and storytelling.
I'm really drawn to games that explore different cultures and mythologies. There's something so compelling about seeing those stories brought to life in a video game format.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the art style they showed for South of Midnight is just gorgeous. It feels so unique and evocative.
Agreed. And speaking of unique, how about that reactive turn-based combat system in Clair Obscur? Expedition 33. That's something I haven't seen much of in other turn-based RPGs. It seems like they're really trying to innovate within that genre.
As someone who loves a good strategy game, I'm all for anything that adds more depth and complexity to turn-based combat.
Yeah.
And from what they've shown, it seems like the art style in Clair Obscur is going to be a major draw as well. Did you catch those painterly textures and the almost dreamlike atmosphere they were going for?
It's giving me serious symbolist vibes. I love it when games aren't afraid to experiment with their visuals and create something truly unique.
And then there's Ninja Gaiden 4, which is a whole other level of hype. I mean, Team Ninja and Platinum Games teaming up, that's like a recipe for action game perfection.
I have to admit, I'm a little cautious about the collaboration. Platinum Games has a very distinct style, and I'm wondering how that's going to mesh with the more grounded feel of classic Ninja Gaiden games.
Yeah, I see your point. It's definitely a risk, but I have faith in both studios to deliver something amazing. Plus, the idea of playing as both a new protagonist and Ryu Hayabusa is just too good to pass up.
I suppose you're right. And let's not forget about that Ninja Gaiden 2 Black Remaster. Talk about fan service done right.
Right, it's the perfect way to tide fans over until Ninja Gaiden 4 drops and introduce a new generation of players to a classic.
It's a great time to be an Xbox gamer, wouldn't you say? So many great games on the horizon, and a real sense that Xbox is pushing boundaries and delivering diverse experiences.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what I find really exciting is that a lot of these games are launching day one on Game Pass. That means millions of players will have access to them right away, regardless of their budget. It's a game changer in terms of accessibility and discoverability.
I think Game Pass has been instrumental in shaping the current gaming landscape. It's not just about value for money, it's about giving players the freedom to try new things and discover hidden gems they might have missed otherwise.
And for developers, it means they can take more risks and experiment with different genres and ideas. They know they have a built-in audience eager to try new things. It's a win-win situation for everyone.
It really is. So with all this talk about exciting new games, I have a question for you, our listener. Which one has you the most hyped?
Yeah. Is it the medieval twist of Doom, the Dark Ages, the Southern Gothic charm of South of Midnight, or the innovative combat of Clair Obscur, Expedition 33?
Maybe you're eagerly anticipating the return of Ryo Hayabusa in Ninja Gaiden 4.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep on gaming.